It's Week 15 of the National Football League. And up next is this team's sure-handed tight end. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. We can hardly wait for the start of this one. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Glad to have you with us, football fans. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt up here in the broadcast booth. And Brock, one side with a clear advantage coming into this one. Coming off the bye week, while their opposition, well, not only are they less rested, but they're coming off a big L as well.
Just a reality. I'm sorry, just a reality of the NFL that every season you're going to catch somebody coming off a bye or more time to rest up than you did. And if you feel sorry for yourself, well, you're probably going to lose. When these games come along, it's time to grit your teeth and work even harder on those tired legs. You're going to see a lot of teams in that.
All bye weeks now in the rear-view mirror. We are full speed ahead in the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead them out.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Brought in right side. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3rd and 4 coming up now. He'll throw it. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the longtime veteran at QB.
Kate, he's had some time to work past their last game, and he needed every second of it. A 4-interception game isn't easy for anybody to move on from, even for the shortest of memories. He's got to get his head right this week. This team needs him to deliver.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Dumps it off to his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only a yard that time, so now they're left with 3rd and 13. Now looking to throw. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Brought in inside the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Option design here. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another carry for him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that will get them on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Throwing now on 1st down. Throwing the out route complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. They send a receiver in motion right. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Short side option here. He's running left. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 38. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They put a receiver in motion right. 1st and 10, looking to throw. It is caught left side. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Well, no luck on his first look of the game, and it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Pass play now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He stopped on the return at the 27. And there's only one team satisfied with their spot in the playoffs right now, and that's the one currently at the top. A lot of time left for everybody else to jostle for better position, or simply for one of the 7 spots available. Here's a give up the middle. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They send the tight end in motion. Blown back gets the handoff. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that makes it 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. That's caught for the first. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They'll get 18 yards there. And they'll have 1st down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Time to begin the 2nd quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the gun on 3rd down. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Trying to push this past the marker. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Option give here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, a couple of real nice stops, forced 4th and 1. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And he's played a major impact in their passing game, too. Look at this. We're near the end of the season, and he's leading all NFL backs in receiving yards. Throwing from the gun here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that first down marker. Gotta figure out this third down here. They'll throw it. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. They'll run it from the gun. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Hits him on the out route. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
And they make this stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Finds him on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Throwing it again here. Completed over the middle. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 24. To the sideline, catch secured. Wow, he made that one look easy for the first. From the red zone now. He's got it over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Toss to the right side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
He gets the shot at it on 1st and goal. Runs it in for the touchdown. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Now the PAT try coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Flowers now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now this offense ready to head back out. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
To throw here on first down. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Here we go, third and less than a yard. They give it to him again, and he'll get them enough for a first down. This will bring us to the 2-minute warning. New set of downs for him from the 46. Pass play on 1st and 10. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun now on 3rd down. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And 4th and 4 coming up. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Throwing now from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 1. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They'll come up 1st and 10. They'll try and throw it here. Hits him on the in route. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Still sticking with the passing game. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll get it up to the 44. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. On now comes their punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. This offense getting one final possession here before halftime. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Connecting on the slant. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Flush down out to his left. He can run it. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 41. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up third down.
Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
Looking to throw. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. So that's halftime for us here. It's a 7-point game after our first 2 quarters. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what?
Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott.
Teams are back out on the field. Everyone is set, and the second half is underway. Flowers now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. They'll run here from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
12 yards to go.
He'll look to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Those defenses spend all week trying to find that numbers advantage. How can I get a guy free? Or how do I get my best rusher in a one-on-one to beat him and get home and get that sack? That was study put into action for the SACK.
Their punter making his way out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it'll be their football. 1st and 10 from the 41. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Short pass brought in. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Pass play coming here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Back to throw it. He's got the ball on the sideline. Ooh, difficult play, small gain, but it counts. First down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And a first down.
Give now to the running back. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
To the air, 3rd and long. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across, but there was no overcoming a front, just as equally motivated to get off the field.
This offense ready to get going again now. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Throwing now on 1st down. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! It's picked up by the defense. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Another drive coming up for this offense. And this is certainly on a silver platter for him, isn't it, Brock? Just 3 yards from the end zone. A chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out 1st and goal. Throwing now, following the turnover. And he makes the catch on the sideline. Oh, but they call it out of bounds. Nick Sirianni going to have the officials look at this one again. He's throwing that challenge flag. Well, we can see he made the catch. He definitely has possession. But did both of those feet hit down in the end zone?
Yeah, get that zoom button ready to go. Get the magnifying glass. Was there any green right between his feet and that end line? That's what they're going to be looking for in the replay booth.
Good challenge there by Nick Sirianni. The call's overturned. That one right down the middle. And his guys double their lead to 14. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Back out runs their offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. He's out in the clear. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
And that will not be enough for a 1st down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to the air here. Yeah, this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Airing it out to start this drive. Forced out to his... Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again, in a massive sack on 1st down. That's the right way to begin this series defensively.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience. Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Ball taken in at the 36. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Now outruns their offense to take over. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the well again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they face 2nd down. They go play action here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Back to throw now. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So they'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we come back. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing from the gun. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. These guys now within 1 score in the 4th. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Johnson with a return here. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He's dropping back to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
To throw it on 1st down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Caught, nice gain left side. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives them the 1st. Working inside the red zone. He's got a man left. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Option design here. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 2nd and goal, he's headed right on the option. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Here's a throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and goal. So now the field goal unit runs on in a very big spot. Pretty easy kick here, Brock, just 22 yards. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Flowers now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense ready to take the field now. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Here's 2nd and 14. Dumps it off to his running back. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm, and I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. They're throwing it. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's gonna run for it. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down. To throw here on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing it again here. And he won't connect on that one. Incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And now it's 2nd down. They are throwing it again. Hits his running back. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Johnson now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense getting set to go. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Handoff now from the gun. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Another carry for him. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. The defense takes its third and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Now a give on the counter. And he drives it up past the 45. He got 5, and now it's going to be third down and 3. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A nice showing here from our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.